Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. I hope that everybody got to enjoy their weekend and relax with their families and get to do some fun things together. I can't wait to hear about what you did over the weekend at our Zoom call today. And so this week, I told you guys we were going to be learning about insects. So today you're going to do an activity called Inspect an Insect, and it's going to show you the things that an insect has that makes them an insect. We're also continuing with our teen numbers, but we're going to be doing a mixed review of them, which means not just focusing on one teen number, but looking at a variety of them. We are also still doing silent E, or our bossy E, and we're going to talk about long O. So if we look at my picture here, it has a hose. So hose has that bossy E at the end, so the O says its name. So it doesn't say ah like octopus, it says O. So you guys have been doing a really good job with those long vowel sounds. And we are also going to do our show and tell on a long O word. So it can either have the long O sound at the beginning or in the middle of the word. And I want to go over our words and our sight words today. So let's start with our long O word. So what is this pointing to on the boy's face? His nose. So nose has that long O sound. What would this be a picture of with a long O sound? Rope, a rope. And then something you might wear at nighttime over your pajamas or after you get out of the bath. It's a robe. Then this part here that's holding the flag, that long silver piece, it's usually made out of metal. That's called a pole. Then what would you give to your dog for a treat? A bone. Yep, it says that O sound. And what kind of flower is that? A rose. So those are all long O words. Now let's sound out our long O words here. So we know it's going to say O because it has that bossy E or that silent E at the end of the word. So j-o-k, joke. H-o-s, hose. H-om, home. K-own, cone. H-ope, hope. Now look what happens if I take that bossy E away. It makes that word op, right? Because then it doesn't have the E to tell it to say its name. So then when I have that bossy E there, then it makes it say the O sound, or it says its name. So it says ope instead of op. Then we have vote, vote. We have two new sight words this week, and you can see them up on our chart up here. We have where, which is another question word, and we have look. So let's look at them in our Wonders book today. So sight word where. Remember, when we see that WH together, we know it's a question word and it says wha, right? The WH says wha. And then if I look at the rest of this, kind of looks like the word here, like our sight word here. So this is where. And then we have look, two O's say ooh. So look. Now what do I see in this first picture at the top? I see some flowers or some roses. So let's read our sight word sentence and see what it says today. Where do the roses grow? And we can see that that's a question sentence because not only does it have the question word where, but it has a question mark at the end. So let's read that sentence again. Where do the roses grow? And where do roses grow? They can grow in a garden. They can grow in people's yards. They can grow just about anywhere, right? Because they're a plant. Now let's see, what do we see here? What kind of bird is this? It looks like an owl and it's in a nest. And so let's look at this sight word sentence, and it has the sight word look. Look at the owl's home. Home. So it looks like the owl lives in a cactus. He has like a nest up in a cactus. So let's read that sentence again. Look at the owl's home. So where else do you think an owl could live? I think they can live in lots of places, right? They could live in trees. There's barn owls, and they get that name because they like to live in barns. They do like quiet places because when do owls sleep? Do they sleep during the day? No, they don't, right? They sleep at night. So owls like places where it can be dark during the day, so that way they can get their rest. So that would be maybe inside of a tree or in a barn or someplace like that. All right. So we are talking about insects this week, and we're going to be doing some writing this week about insects. So instead of opinion writing, we're doing informational writing, which means that you're telling someone information about a subject. So let's say I want to talk about a bee, like a bumblebee. Let me get my board here and my marker so that we can come up with some ways that we can write informational stories. Because if I'm telling facts about something, it's different than if I'm telling my opinion, right? If I'm saying why I like chocolate ice cream, it's not the same as facts that I'm going to tell about an insect, because facts is what's true. It's not what someone feels or what someone believes, like it is with opinion writing. So here are some good ways for us to use our information that we want to write about. So I might use my can, my have, and my are chart like we've done before. So I'm going to put can, have, and are. And if we're talking about a bumblebee, then I might think about first, what can bumblebees do? So bumblebees can fly. Bumblebees can sip nectar, right? They like to get nectar to bring back to make honey. Bumblebees can, what else can they do? Buzz, right? Bumblebees can buzz. So if I have a few things under the can section of my can, have, are chart, then I can go on to have. So bumblebees have wings. Bumblebees have antennae, don't they, on the front of their heads? And you're going to learn about the different parts of an insect. So that's one of them, is antenna. And bumblebees have legs, don't they? They have 6 legs. So I'm going to put legs. So now I have bumblebees have wings, antenna, and legs. Bumblebees are, what do we think we could put for the are section? Bumblebees are helpful, aren't they? Because they help to take the pollen from one flower to another flower. So that makes them very helpful. Bumblebees are, what kind of size are they? Are they big? Are they small? They're pretty small, aren't they? So bumblebees are small. And what else can we say that bumblebees are? Bumblebees are fast. I think they're pretty fast when they're flying. So after I've done my can, have, are chart, we've used this before in the classroom with our writing. So this can help us to make our sentences. This is kind of like my brainstorming part where I'm going to think about the facts that I know about a bumblebee and write them down. And then that's going to help me with creating my sentence. So I can say for my first sentence, I can choose something from the can section. So I'm going to write bumblebees. Oops, I got to spell it right. Bumblebees can fly. So that's my first sentence. Bumblebees can fly. Then I'm going to choose something from the have section. So I'm going to say bumblebees have wings, because that makes them fly, right? The wings make them fly. So bumblebees can fly. Bumblebees have wings. Now I'm going to do one more sentence from my are section. I'm going to say bumblebees are fast, since I kind of was talking about them flying and having wings. Bumblebees are fast. So do you see how I used this information up here that I did in my can, have, are chart to help me write my sentences. That way, I'm not having to come up with them off the top of my head. I can use my tools up here and they already have the words for me. So that's a really good tool, especially when you're writing for especially when you're writing informational stories, is to use some kind of brainstorm. Either you can do a can't have R chart, you could do a word web where you put the word in the middle. So I could write the word bumblebee, or I could draw a picture of the word bumblebee. And then I have my little bubbles that come off of that middle picture to tell me things about bumblebees. So I would have a little bubble here that could say they fly. I could have a little bubble here that says that they are fast, a bubble here that says they have wings. And then I could also use that to help me with my writing, because I know sometimes we get stuck with what to write. So if we brainstorm it first, then that will help us to get our thoughts together. All right, guys, I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you soon for our 11:30 Zoom. Bye.